The placement of your artwork in the timeline and in the exposure sheet is easy to rearrange. And a great way to preview how it's going to look when you rearrange them is to do a quick preview. For example, if I go ahead and hit the return key now, we'll see that the cowboy has all of his pieces pretty much in the right order. And if we look here in the timeline, we see that the head is in the front. Now, what's this mean? That means the layer that is the topmost layer is the thing that is going to be on top of the stack of artwork. So I have all these different layers here. I have the head that's going to be on top of the torso. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the hips, and I'm going to show you what happens if I take the hips and I drag them so that they're underneath the poncho layer. And this area here, the black area, is his poncho. If I hit return now, we can't see his hips because the hips have been put in a layer that's below the layer that it was on. So your layering is very important. Let me go ahead and undo that. Likewise, what you can do to rearrange things instead of dragging them is you can click on an element and go to your element menu, and what you can do is go to the arrange menu and choose to send backwards, send to back, bring forward, or bring to the front. As you see here, send backwards and send to back are the only options. Now, why is that? Because since the head is the topmost layer, there is nowhere in the front to go. Now, the send backwards will go one step to the back, and send to back will go all the way to the back. So let's go ahead and try send to back. And as you see, when I do send to back, it goes all the way to the bottom of the list. Let's go ahead and undo that. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go over to the exposure sheet. Now, the exposure sheet works in a similar fashion. If you want to rearrange the layers in the exposure sheet, all you have to do is hold down either the command or control key and click on the header and just slide it on over like so. And then you can rearrange the ordering here. Notice that it corresponds to the timeline. So I moved it over and it went down into the timeline as well. Once again, you can always go to the element menu and choose to arrange. Now we can choose bring to front, but this time I'm going to choose bring forward. And it moves up one level. I'll go to arrange, bring forward again, and it goes back to the top. So once again, when you go up to this menu, the send backwards will go one step to the back, and send to back will go all the way to the back. And likewise for the bring to front and bring forward. Bring forward goes one step, and bring to front goes all the way to the front. And arranging your layers is very important when you're working on animation, especially since you can look at your hierarchy in a more organized fashion as well.